Greetings, my sister. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
You're at the world famous Cape Coast Holocaust dungeons in Ghana, and we've been here for about 2 hours, and we've heard a lot of traumatic stories and just a lot of deep history about the European transatlantic slave trade. Within those last 2 hours, what is the emotions in your body right now?
The whole experience is taking my breath away. Because it's like learning about slavery, but actually being here and seeing it with my own eyes, feeling what my ancestors went through. It's more real today.
That's my boy.
You don't turn me on the blue guy. And it will be an experience I won't forget.
Oh, she hate Uncle Ruckus, but you should.
Alright, cool, excellent. Give us your name.
My name is
Alright, greetings to our sister, and one last question. Would you recommend this experience as far as reconnecting to the roots and learn about the transatlantic European slave trade to any of our people in the diaspora?
Absolutely. Everybody should do it. Not just
Everybody got mad.
everybody.
World history.
Yes.
Alright, thank you. Greetings, sister. How are you?
Fine.
And just give a brief introduction to our people. Your name.
It is so good.
Alright, perfect. We're here at the Cape Coast Holocaust Dungeon, and we want to know what kind of emotions are going through you right now based on all of the traumatic history that has been presented to us in the last 2 hours.
It's traumatic emotion because just realizing what our peoples have gone through these years. And I think everyone should take one tour over here because it has been a real experience for me.
Alright, cool. And what is the most traumatic part of the experience so far as being in these dungeons?
Down when we went down in the cage down there.
Or the condemned cell?
Yes.
Alright, well, thank you. Sister Sass, Mother Sharon.
Yeah.
And we're talking about emotions in the body while just being engulfed for 2 hours of just intense traumatic history.
Some things just can't be put into words, Bomani.
Well, how are you feeling?
I feel.
All right, well, what we want you to do, we want you to give a recommendation to our people. Reach out to them as far as them coming in and reconnecting.
Well, those of us who are here were really called by the ancestors. The desires that are in our heart are just that. They're in our heart. And out of that, action can happen. It's a choice, and we've chosen very powerfully to be here and to return to the door of no return, of which we were not supposed to ever return to. So that in and of itself is like a major yielding and acknowledgement of obedience, of being called back to the place from which we all have come, but few return. So we're chosen in that. We're chosen in that. I know for myself, my commitment with Africa for the Africans is to be a bridge to those brothers and sisters in the diaspora that are committed to having the journey of the lifetime. You can't force anyone to come home. You have to have your mind already awakened to that level of appreciation of who you are as the African person to want to come back to this. Yeah, and it is very painful. And no matter how many times you come, you never stop crying and feeling the anguish, especially in the women's dungeons. Make you just want to just choke somebody. Really, it just makes you want to just be a real Asantua, like really like, everybody didn't just like succumb. We've resisted on so many levels. We've fought on so many levels, and so many of us just said, I'm not even going to fight. I'm just going to throw myself into the sea, and I will be free. So I hope it definitely conveys a little bit of the.
Yes, definitely, sister. Appreciate your input.
Yeah, man.
And
I appreciate you, Bomani. I'm gonna flip that camera around on you and ask you that same question.
No, don't. Not this time.
Come on back here. Come back here.
It's her birthday.
I'm scared.
It's not for everyone.
And greetings. And we have our sister here, just looking out, meditating out at the water. How you feeling with all the emotions of the traumatic history that we've been presented with at this Cape Coast Holocaust dungeon? What's going on inside of you right now?
Well, I think it is hard to put into words. I heard somebody say that. But I think strength, just a profound strength and respect and a sense of obligation to use the life that we have to give to others and to be of service and to be exemplary. I think that's the most important piece, to live exemplary lives because our lives are a result of sacrifice, tremendous sacrifice. So I think for anybody who's here, I think you'll walk away with very personal emotions, but the ones that come up for me are, you know, how can I be of service and how can I be of an example in my life, and how can I live a more powerful life and a life that keeps giving back, because so many lives were sacrificed for us.
Excellent. And last question. What would you say to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora that have never been on the African continent or have never experienced being in one of these dungeons?
Oh, I think everybody should experience this once in their lifetime, and especially if you have elders in your life. I think before, you know, they make their transition, just like people go to Hajj, you know, they make the pilgrimage. I think that any Africans born in the diaspora, if you can, you should come. And if you have people in your family who might not be able to, I think if you can come and share. But I definitely, for me, the thing that I want to do is make sure my elders in my family have an opportunity to come and experience the same.
All right, excellent, my sister. We appreciate you and take care. And I shade to that.
All the things that the guy said, all are here, put in a book. So the guy is here. Whoever wants it can get one. Because they produce it here, so the price is different from town. Normally, when you go to a place that they produce item,